Stop calling it the Texas Miracle. On April 14, 2024, at exactly 7 a.m., the lights didn't just go out at Tesla. The American dream was deleted. Across Central Texas, 2,688 workers woke up to find their digital lives wiped clean. No Slack access, no badge entry, no goodbye. A governor who spent 5 years taking credit for every tech soul he stole from Silicon Valley suddenly went silent. His Twitter feed, usually a billboard for Texas's dominance, stayed frozen on photos of ribbon cuttings from months ago. While the official press releases talk about global restructuring, the data reveals a story that Greg Abbott hasn't mentioned in a single press conference since the Bloodbath began. Today, we aren't just looking at job losses. We are witnessing the greatest economic marketing campaign in history hitting a brick wall. By the end of this story, you'll see how Texas became the tech layoff capital of America, and why the people who moved there are realizing the utopia was a mirage. In the next 11 minutes, we are going beyond the headlines. We're looking at the secret tax deals that failed, the crumbling power grid that the tech giants finally noticed, and the heartbreaking reality of workers who moved for a lower cost of living, only to find themselves trapped in a market where the jobs have vanished. If you think your city is too big to fail, pay close attention. This isn't just corporate downsizing. This is a systemic failure. When Dell, a Texas institution, axes 18,000 people and Intel slashes its workforce by 15%, we aren't talking about numbers on a spreadsheet. We're talking about families who signed 30-year mortgages in Austin because they were promised a future that turned out to be a trap. Imagine standing in your kitchen, holding a fresh lease for an apartment you can no longer afford, staring at an email that says, "Effective immediately." The Texas Miracle has become a Texas trap. And for thousands of workers, the exit doors are locked. Let's get to the receipts. According to official Warren notices and industry trackers, nearly 40,000 tech jobs vanished from Texas soil in 2024 alone. The companies Governor Abbott bragged about bringing to the state, Tesla, Oracle, Dell, aren't just downsizing, they are leading the exodus. In April, Tesla didn't just cut redundancies. They cut 12% of their Austin workforce, a higher percentage than their global average. Why? Because the Texas experiment wasn't yielding the profit margins Elon Musk needed. And Abbott, the man who once called Texas the destination for the world's leading companies, he didn't issue a statement. He didn't offer a jobs program. He stayed silent. But here's the twist. This wasn't a market correction. It was an incentive withdrawal. You see, these companies didn't move to Texas because they loved the culture or the heat. They moved for a pay-to-play model that just ran out of cash. Texas handed Tesla $64 million in tax breaks. Oracle got a package worth over $250 million. But while Abbott was on national TV claiming Texas is winning, his own party was quietly killing the very tax programs that brought these companies here. Why did the Texas GOP sabotage their own governor's tech dream? Part A, the fragility of the one-inch deep scene. This is where the math of the miracle falls apart. In Silicon Valley, a layoff is a Tuesday. If you get cut from Google, there are 1,000 startups within a 10-mile radius ready to hire you. But Austin's tech scene is 1 inch deep. When 20,700 Tesla workers hit the market at the same time, the local ecosystem can't absorb them. There are no backup giants. The venture capital funding that once flowed like water has dried up, dropping from $6.7 billion in 2021 to just $3.8 billion recently. That's a 44% collapse. When the big guys cut, the small guys are already starving. Part B, the infrastructure betrayal. Then, there's the grid. You can't run a global tech hub on a third-world power supply. In 2021, the winter storm didn't just kill people, it killed the myth of Texas reliability. Data centers need 99.9% uptime. Manufacturing plants can't afford even a second of a surge. Every time the Texas grid groans under a summer heat wave, the CEOs in California start looking at the map again. They realized that the business-friendly lack of regulation meant they were building their billion-dollar futures on a foundation of sand. The traffic, the power failures, and the lack of a major international airport hub started to outweigh the tax breaks. Part C, the human cost. Sarah and Marcus. Look at Sarah. She was a software engineer in San Jose, making $200,000. She saw the move to Austin ads and thought she could live like a queen. She bought a home for $420,000. But when the Dell layoffs hit, her miracle ended. She spent 6 months looking for a job in Austin. Nothing. She eventually had to flee back to San Francisco, selling her home at a $30,000 loss. Her story is the new Texas norm. Net outflow of tech talent is now a reality. For the first time since the boom began, more people are leaving Austin than arriving. They're realizing that no state income tax doesn't matter when you don't have an income. Wait, if things are so great, why did Oracle just move its headquarters again? Just 4 years after Abbott celebrated their arrival from California, they've packed their bags for Nashville. It wasn't because of the weather. It was because Tennessee offered a $65 million incentive package that Texas couldn't or wouldn't match. This is the dark truth behind the Texas miracle. The loyalty of a CEO lasts exactly as long as the tax break. Once the subsidies are gone, or once someone else offers a bigger check, the business-friendly flags are lowered, and the moving trucks arrive. The mirage has cleared. Downtown Austin now has one of the highest office vacancy rates in the country, reaching 26% 2025. Trophy buildings that were supposed to be the Silicon Hills sit half-empty. TikTok is subleasing its space. Google has frozen its plans for 35 floors of prime real estate. Greg Abbott's silence isn't an accident, it's an admission. He spent years taking credit for every win, but now that the bill has arrived, he's nowhere to be found. He promised a tech utopia. He delivered a tech graveyard. The Texas miracle was always marketing over substance. Companies came for the subsidies, not the soil. And now they are leaving because the deal changed. Walk down Congress Avenue today and you'll see it. The skeletal remains of a gold rush that ended overnight. Those towering cranes aren't symbols of progress anymore. They're gravestones. We're looking at a downtown office vacancy rate hitting a staggering 26%, a number that would have been unthinkable 3 years ago. When TikTok puts 6 floors up for sublease and Meta abandons its flagship domain office, they aren't just saving costs. They are signaling to the world that the Austin experiment is over. The Silicon Hills are becoming a ghost town of empty glass and broken glass door reviews, and the local economy is left holding a bill it can't pay. The political betrayal. But the real knife in the back didn't come from the CEOs. It came from the State House. While Abbott was busy marketing Texas as a business-friendly paradise, his own lieutenant governor was dismantling the very tax incentives that brought these companies to the table. They killed the Chapter 313 program, the primary engine for corporate welfare, effectively telling the next wave of tech giants that the bank is closed. It's a civil war between the old Texas oil money and the new Texas tech money, and the workers are the ones caught in the crossfire. You can't build a Silicon Valley 2 when your own government is burning the bridge behind you. The flight to quality trap. Here is the final, chilling truth that keeps Austin's remaining tech workers awake at night. The flight to quality has begun. In a high-interest rate world, companies are no longer looking for the cheapest place to exist. They are looking for the safest. And right now, San Francisco and New York are recovering while Austin is hemorrhaging. The talent isn't just working from home. They are working from other time zones. The exodus isn't a trickle, it's a flood. And as the venture capital continues to vanish, we have to ask the one question Abbott is desperate to ignore. If the tech giants leave and the subsidies are gone, what exactly is left of the Texas miracle? If you're watching this from the next big tech hub, pay attention. The same incentives that brought them to your town are the same ones they'll leave for tomorrow. If this breakdown opened your eyes to the reality behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button. We are tracking the next city on the exit list, and you won't want to miss what happens when the next bubble bursts.